Howdy! I get asked on my stream, what are your favorite video games? So I decided to make this video. If my list offends you in any way, just remember, I'm a random dude on the internet. So take a chill pill. First up, Guitar Hero. More specifically, Guitar Hero 2 and 3. Dude, I put so many hours into these games, and I have all the achievements on 2 and 3. I beat Through the Fire and Flames, Devil Went Down to Georgia. I think I 5-starred the whole campaign on Expert. I think that was an achievement. And then I had a buddy, he'd always come over, we'd do all the co-op ones, hours. I'd come home from lunch break, I'd play Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 2 specifically introduced me to my personal Guitar Hero, Buckethead. Since I discovered him, I bought, he has like hundreds of albums and I can't keep up. And he was like my main inspiration for playing real guitar. All the songs I would choose when I was first learning were Buckethead songs, which is insane because he's ridiculously good, but I struggled through. I still can't play near half the stuff he puts out. I can maybe play 5% of his music, but it's still fun. Yeah, Guitar Hero. It was one of those games that kind of form you, that shape you, and put you on a path. Number 4, Starcraft Brood War, brother. Now this game, I played a ton in middle school. There'd be weekends where I would just play for like 8 hours. I don't know how my parents let me do it, but they let me. And I was awful at the game. I would always play like the fast money maps or like the bounds. It's like the obstacle courses. Yeah, and we would like have StarCraft parties and we would just bring our giant computers. They'd bring them over and we would just LAN party. All night we'd play StarCraft. We'd play those turret defense maps. 2003, like made by Ghost Yoon, that one. I barely played the campaign. I mean, I'm sure I beat the campaign with every race, but it was mostly about the multiplayer, hanging out with your friends. And I did do that with StarCraft 2, not to the same extent, I don't think, as Brood War, but StarCraft 2 is still, it's still up there, it's all right. I played a game you all saw, well, maybe y'all saw the video a couple weeks ago. It was bad, but it was fun. Coming in at number 3, brother, Gears of War. Which one? I'm gonna have to say the original, but I did like 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. The Horde mode, specifically, I liked on, I think it was 4. The one on 5 wasn't as good, but I loved the one on 4. My favorite out of the whole franchise was Gears 1. Specifically because Gears 1 only had 3 game types: Warzone, Execution, and I don't know if Annex was a DLC. Oh, it was Assassination. There was an achievement called Seriously, and you had to get 10,000 kills, which today that doesn't sound like a lot because you're playing Call of Duty, you're playing all these fast-paced games. You can get like 20 kills a match, no big deal. In Warzone, which was what most people played, it's like out of 5 rounds, I think, if I'm remembering right. And so it's like 4 on 4, because that means each round you have 4 targets. The most kills you can get each round is 4. That rarely happens, so you're lucky to get 1 kill a round. And so it took me about 6 months to get this achievement, and my plan of getting it was I had to either play 3 hours a day after school, or I had to get 100 kills. Whichever came first, that's what I did. And I finally got Seriously. Yeah, I know, I got no life. What you gonna do about it? Number 2, this is an oddball pick. This is an oddball pick, I know. We all have those games where from the outside people are like, huh? A Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Why? Why? Because you're a vampire killing vampires in a castle full of vampires. And skeletons and ghouls. No, it was just a game that me, my brother and dad just played a ton of. I remember weekends, like those rainy days, we would just sit inside and play Castlevania. And you got to like, it was one of those games where you had to know button combos and like learn spells and stuff. And then there were so many items and things you can get to upgrade your guy and leveling. It was just, the whole experience was, I don't know, I just loved it. I mean, we used to print out those cheatcc.com, the strategy guides. It was like, it was thick, boy. It was like 40 pages. And we were stapling them together and we were like looking through like, okay, we're at this boss now. We need to get this lightning circlet thing because he does a lot of lightning damage. And if he does lightning damage, we're gonna die. But if we have the circlet, it's gonna heal us. And there was lots of different endings. That was one of those games where, oh, if you kill this guy, you get an ending. Oh, if you save this guy, you get an ending. If you kill the orb above his head, a different ending. And then, I don't know, it was cool. Symphony of the Night, Primo, 100% USDA beef, brother. Okay, all right. This, number one, is the best first-person shooter ever made. And no, it's not Call of Duty. It is not. I'm trying to think of another first-person shooter. PUBG. It's not even Starcraft Ghost, which was never released. And no, it ain't Roblox. It's not even Minecraft. It's Halo, brothers. Yes, it's Halo. Which one? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it Reach? Is it ODST? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it Infinity? Yes, 1 is the best, in my opinion. I love 1. The Blood Gulch battles, the multiplayer, the 3-hour capture the flag matches, we would gather people, like hordes of people. And by hordes, I mean at least 16, because that's all you could play in Halo. And we would have those tube TVs, the big fat ones, you know, where you could hide you could smuggle wild animals across the border in these things. Like, oh, what's this, a tube TV? Oh, don't look inside, there's raccoons in there. So we'd have 4 of those big old TVs, 4 Xboxes. We'd have 16 kids just crammed in our parents' house, playing all night. And then you would see people passed out with a controller like this. That's how hard we gamed. And we did this all the time. All the way up to Halo. Halo 2 was the prime of our Halo parties. But it started with Halo 1. Yeah, I just love the campaign. I love the feel of how the guns, pistol, the assault rifle, how every gun, just even though the assault rifle sucks, but it feels like, oh, I'm doing damage with this gun. Halo 2, the dual wielding was pretty cool, but again, the SMG, it just felt like it was like it was shooting out peas. It just didn't have the same the grit to it like the Halo 1 weapons. And Halo 3 got even wimpier. It's like, oh, I got a sniper. Where Halo 1, it's like, oh, bam! Yeah, Halo 1 was the best. Those are my top 5 games. Some honorable mentions, though, were Diablo 3. I know. Diablo 2 is better. It's a better game. The dungeons are darker. The story's grittier. Diablo 2. I never played Diablo 2. I played 3. And I put way too much time in that game. I started out as a wizard. And then I mained Crusader. And never looked back. 7 Days to Die. Also an honorable mention, the base building in our first world that me and some buddies started, or some buddies and I started for those grammar people. Oh my goodness, we built a garage. It was cool. Good game. The last honorable mention was Battlefield Bad Company DOS. It was one of those games. There will never be another game like it. Anyways, those are my top 5. What are your top 5? Do you agree with my list? Probably not, because everyone here's like Roblox, I want Minecraft, I want Fortnite. I want that game where I could spend $30,000 a year and these little pop-up boxes and cards and casino things come out. And then I get a power sword and I can use that power sword to buy more loot boxes or whatever, and turrets, defense, battle royale. I don't know. Stay fresh. See you on the next live stream. Maybe I'll be playing one of these games. Who knows?